Hey there, North Jersey. John Crook here at REMAX Town and Valley in Rockaway, sitting with Alan Hubbard, one of our great agents who's going to discuss something very interesting, actually an interesting group of people that he has always worked with, but now he's just gotten a lot more education, a lot more information on some of their special needs. Alan, tell us a little bit more about this course of study you recently took.
Sure. About a year ago, I discovered that more and more of my real estate clients were just retired or planning to retire in the near future. So I thought I'd better learn a little bit more about this market because it is growing very quickly.
Especially here in Jersey, yeah.
Yes, very much so. So I took the SRES course. It was an intensive course over 2 months, and I learned a lot. And what I learned in general was this type of client that's retiring and buying or selling has a lot more decisions to make, a lot more questions that need answering than your everyday buyer.
It's easy to make a mistake in your 20s or 30s. It's very hard to make a mistake when it's pretty much your last time selling your major home.
Yes,
and your
do-overs are expensive.
There's no more do-overs that far into life, I would assume.
Amen. Well, the first thing that I dealt with is that some people want to stay in their own home and retire in their home. So we have to see if it's feasible as far as safety, as far as convenience. Can you add a chair lift, stair lift, railings? Can you try and put everything on one floor so there's not so much up and down?
Right.
And then, of course, the question is, can you afford to live in your own home retired? Very important factor in New Jersey.
And when you come in, you're not coming in, Alan Hubbard, the great realtor who's just going to sell your home. You're coming in more as a consultant rather than a realtor to say, hey, let's look at your whole picture holistically and say, this is where your family lives, this is where you want to stay. Let's talk to your financial advisor, and maybe you just stay put. Maybe you need a reverse mortgage. Maybe you just are fine where you are with some modifications to the home. So you're not coming in there telling these people, let's go, let's sell this house and get you into something else at all.
Absolutely. If that's the client's decision, we'll help them every way possible to modify the house or financial information. If a retired couple decides, okay, we want to downsize, then the question becomes, what are we going to downsize to? A smaller ranch with a small yard, everything on one floor, an over 55 community, either a single family or a condominium, or do we rent? A lot of choices to be made.
There are a lot, not just which place to go, but which 55 plus community to go to. And you've been in all of them and sold in all of them in this area. And one thing I know is I have clients personally that do not like having things done for them. They are do-it-yourselfers, and they can't take the landscapers coming in and taking care of their lawn. They can't stand the way the guy shovels. So you're going to be able to vet out whether or not they get to do their own garden or plant their own perennials and take care of that.
All the bylaws.
Exactly, and that's what you're here for.
Absolutely. So if our clients decide they are going to downsize, the next question is, do we want to stay in our hometown, in the immediate area, where I grew up, where my friends are? That's choice A, for sure, good choice. If they're going to relocate while they downsize, the question becomes, where are you going to relocate to? If it's an area that is far away, Florida, California, North Carolina, South Carolina, you have to consider, how close will I be to my family, the adult children, my grandchildren? That's an important factor, and people don't realize that till they move. So think about it ahead of time. The other important factor is what kind of medical facilities and health care do they have in the immediate area?
That's paramount, correct?
Yes. And of course, lifestyle is important. What organizations do they have? What clubs? What recreation? Do they have a theater? All this has to be, you know, taken into consideration.
You were telling me when you first got out of the course, one of the key things you took away was climate came up. And folks will go visit a place for a week and fall in love, but that was one season, and you had some suggestions for them about that as well.
Yes, exactly. They may want to relocate to a place they visited once 10 years ago for a week. The problem with that is they don't know what it's like all year round. Often, if that's their choice, I tell them, why don't you rent for the first 6 months or a year? Make sure that's where you want to be. Again, do-overs are costly and a pain in the neck.
And then you get to see which neighborhoods you fit in better and where you like to spend your time shopping, which restaurants, and maybe you didn't realize you're not a beach person, you want to be 20 miles inland. So that's a great suggestion for your folks too. And what I'm getting out of this whole sit down is that you need somebody to hold your hand through this process. And if you're a family member and you have a parent or a loved one looking to relocate or make their final move, or again, stay put, you owe it to yourself to talk to Alan Hubbard. He got his SRES designation. He put the time and effort in. I congratulate you, Alan. That's a lot of work, and I really appreciate you taking care of our clients the way that you do.
Thank you. Very rewarding.
It is, it is. And folks, if you want to hear more about anything Alan just spoke about, please reach out to him. His number, his email is right below. Please take a look and reach out to him 24/7. Thanks a lot, Alan.
Thank you.